Now, President Trump has threatened to use executive power to declare a national emergency to fund the wall, a move that would not require congressional approval. Pratik Chougule is a former Trump campaign policy coordinator. Pratik, you were with the president on the campaign trail. Can you tell us where the president really is right now regarding the border wall?
Well, I think he's genuinely conflicted on what to do. We're in this situation in large part because of the way the president campaigned. He made the border wall very much a feature of his presidency and his mandate, but he never quite built a national consensus and support to actually get behind it. And we're now in a gridlock where neither side really has an incentive to compromise.
Well, last week at the U.S.-Mexico border, he told Sean Hannity of Fox News that he's very likely to build a border, very likely to declare a national emergency, to bypass the Congress, to build a wall. But over the past few days, he seems to be backing away a little bit. Why is that?
Well, because he knows that a national emergency may not actually get him anywhere closer to the goal. And when I say the goal, there's both a policy goal, which is actually getting a wall built, but if he declares a national emergency, he'll end up getting tied in a legal battle. And it's also not obvious that declaring a national emergency would help him politically either.
Well, talking about political support and popular support, maybe, a new ABC Washington Post poll suggests that over 50% of Americans blame the president and the GOP for the deadlock.
Yeah, and the problem for the president is that he doesn't really have a clear path either to getting a majority of the American people behind him, not only because he doesn't have the support on immigration, but also because of the polarizing partisan nature of his presidency generally. At the same time, he can't fold on the wall either, because if he loses that core critical base of support that he has, there will be consequences for him, especially when the Mueller report is out, and impeachment will become a very likely possibility for him.
What is a likely endgame here?
Well, I would say the likely endgame may be the one that Lindsey Graham proposed, which is that ultimately he recognizes that a deal cannot be had. He faces more and more pressure from Republican colleagues to end the government shutdown, and then he declares a national emergency, and that way he can at least go to his base, tell them that he's doing what he can to get a wall built, but he no longer has to deal with the political consequences of having a prolonged government shutdown.
But how long do you think this will last?
It's unclear. I think the next major milestone is the fact that he has a major address coming up on the State of the Union. That'll be at the end of January. That might give him a platform to announce a new plan and a new policy, but I don't see any imminent deal for the next few days at least.
The end of January, we're talking about 800,000 federal workers missed their first paycheck, and they're likely to miss another paycheck should the president declare anything or reach any consensus with the Democrats on January the 29th.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you think those federal workers are not his main constituents, you would say?
They're not, no, but the problem is that they are constituents for many members of Congress. And you're already seeing Republicans are increasingly divided. This can only go so long before Republicans in Congress will also turn against the president and join with Democrats, and that's a real concern for the president.
We'll see how things unfold. Thank you, Pratik. Thank you for your time.